people that know me, hey, and for people that don't know me, hey, my name is Akilah, and I'm just about to, tell y'all my whole pregnancy journey, how it felt and stuff like that, and, like what it's like to be a mom at 15. So, let's just jump right in. During, like, the end of the school year and stuff like that, I would hang out with my friends and stuff, and, like, my cousin had noticed that my stomach was getting darker, and she had asked, she was like, why is it getting darker? And I was like, I didn't really know what it meant at the time. I just thought it was a line that was supposed to be there or something like that, so I didn't really think that it mattered whether or not it got darker. So I just brushed it off, and I started cheering for varsity during the summer. We had like our first game or whatever, and like I could fit the uniform, but like it didn't look right because like everything was growing. When you're pregnant, your body starts to change, your hormones and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay. So I made it work, and I got through the game or whatever. But my mom, she would like kind of notice that something was wrong because I do not eat ice the way I eat ice. Like I would eat it every once in a blue moon. But like I had started to take bags of ice home from the games, just eat them. And my mom, she would just ask me like, is there anything you need to tell me? Is there anything you need to tell me? And I was like, no. In September, I was actually talking to her dad or whatever at the time, before we had fell out or whatever. And I didn't get it that month, and I'm just like, okay, there's something, like I didn't really think it was something wrong because I looked it up, and it was just like probably stressing and stuff like that. And I was under a lot of stress because I had to remember cheers, do it right and stuff like that, and then learn new cheers at practice. So I was under a lot of stress. So I was just like, oh, I'm probably just stressed out, so I don't got nothing to worry about. And the next month went by, I didn't get it either, and I like started to like lose my breath for doing simple things. But I was just like, that's weird and stuff because that don't usually happen to me. But I didn't pay it no mind, nor did I think I was pregnant. So I brushed that off too. And then when I didn't get it for a third month, my mom had started like, did you get your period? Did you get your period? And I'm just like, no. And she was like, why didn't you get it? I was like, I don't know. I looked it up and it said it's from stress. And she was just like, nah, no, we went to the doctor. So if there's anything you need to tell me, then you need to tell me now. And I was like, no, it's nothing I need to tell you, because I didn't know I was pregnant. I went to my pediatrician in South Plainfield, and they had said that I would either have to get blood work done or take a pregnancy test, neither of which they could do at the time. So my mom had switched my pediatrician, and we went to a different doctor. And when we got there, they asked me like normal checkup questions and stuff like that, and they took blood work, and then they came back with the results, and it was like, you're pregnant. I denied it, like straight denied. I was like, I'm not pregnant. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not pregnant. And my mom, she just like immediately put her head down. Like she was so disappointed in me. And like I feel like I did feel bad because I didn't want to disappoint her like that. So I had left out the room, and the doctor had talked to my mom and stuff. My mom didn't talk to me for hours. Like she was really mad at me. And she got home, she was like, take this test. Ended up talking to me after that and stuff. And I started to go to my sister's house, like get a feel of what it would be like with a kid, making bottles and burping them and putting them to sleep and playing with them and stuff. And my sister, like, she asked, was I gonna tell her dad and stuff like that? And I was just like, no, because I wasn't gonna tell him at first until I felt better and like I was in the right state of mind to tell him. I texted him on Snapchat, because we both got new phones, and I didn't know if he had the same number. Still FaceTimed, I told him and stuff, and then he was in shock, and we was still cool at that time. And I didn't go to school one day to go find out how far I was and stuff, and get ultrasounds and stuff done. And like the whole way that I was there, bouncing from place to place to find out how many months I was and stuff, I was texting him to let him know, because I don't want to leave him left out of anything. So we found out that I was 6 months. I was just shocked, because I thought I was like 1 or 2, maybe 3, but 6. When I got home, like I told my best friend, she was supportive from jump. She was just mad at me because I was not supposed to be pregnant. And I was just like in shock, because I didn't think that I could be pregnant, because I wasn't thinking about being pregnant at 15. But I was just like, I don't know, it was just a lot going through my head. And like, once then people at school started to find out and stuff, started showing, because before then you could not tell that I was pregnant, like, at all. My stomach was flat. So people was like, they was real supportive and stuff like that. And other people, like, they was just like, how people do in high school, talk about it, talk about you, talk down on you. But like, I didn't really let none of that faze me, because I had a whole human being inside me. I didn't want anything bad to happen to her, because me being overwhelmed with stress. So as the months went by, my stomach started growing, and I started to feel kicks and stuff, and I was just like, oh my god. And a month later, we went to go find out whether I was having a boy or girl. And my friends, like, they had a whole debate. They was making bets on it. When I got to the doctor or whatever, she asked us, did we know the gender, while she was giving me my ultrasound. And I was like, nah. She was like, do you want to know it? And I was like, yes. So she was looking around, and she had stopped, and she was like, congratulations, you're having a girl. And I was so happy, because I wanted a girl. I didn't want a boy. I would have been happy if I got a boy, but I wanted a girl more. And they gave me pictures and stuff. I'll show y'all. They gave me like pictures of her in 3D. So that's what she looked like. And they gave me these pictures of her. I was 6 months pregnant, and I didn't have no prenatal vitamins, no this, no that. So I had to get on that. My doctor's appointments, they was tiring, because I got tired of going after a while. But I loved my doctor. Like, she was really, really nice and really understanding. So, like, I heard the heartbeat and stuff like that. And, like, every time I left the doctor from, like, getting a checkup or to see, like, how the baby's doing, they gave me one of these. They gave me one of these, like, to show me what the baby looks like in my stomach. So, just like, okay. And like, I read them, like, the whole packet to educate myself on stuff that I needed to know. And yeah, I was just like, I'm really about to have a kid, because I personally don't believe in abortions. Like, I wouldn't terminate a child because of something that I did. But I have nothing against women or young girls that have gotten pregnant at this age or younger and decided to terminate the baby. That's your body, and you're allowed to do what you want with it. I just personally wouldn't. Months went by and stuff like that. My stomach was just growing and stuff towards my baby shower, and I looked like a pumpkin, and I was waddling like a penguin. So I'm just like, wow, I'm really about to have a daughter and stuff. Like a little mini me. The baby shower was fun. My cheer team came, family, friends, and they was like really, really supportive and stuff. I did a cheer at the baby shower. Work!
Let's work! Work, 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 work! Hey! VHS, let's work,
period! Yeah, I'm just like, I'm about to have a kid, and I just like, I had to take it in and stuff. And then I had this book at the baby shower where, like, all my friends and family, like, they wrote down their name and a little message to me and the baby, and everybody was like guesstimating how many hours I'd be in labor or what day I would have her. So I think somebody put March 24th. Mad people put February 12th, 2 days before my due date, because I was doing Valentine's Day. And you know, as the days was approaching and stuff, Valentine's Day came, and I was still February 18th at exactly 11:41. I had started to have like bad cramps and stuff that I soon realized were contractions, but I didn't like pay no mind to it. I didn't think that I was in labor, and I couldn't sleep that whole night. The times I got sleep is when they stopped, so that was like 10-15 minutes of sleep, and then it would start again, so it would start to hurt. And then I told my mom in the morning, and she was like, when they start to become 5 minutes apart, then we'll go to the hospital. Like before then, she had me walk up and down the stairs and stuff, just to, you know, like exercise so it can be easily. And once they became 5 minutes apart, we had got my stuff together and we had went to the hospital. I had to go get the baby. But after that, we went to the hospital and stuff, and they checked me into my room. You know, they hooked me up to the monitors. One was to hear the baby's heartbeat, and the other was to tell how far apart the contractions were. And they hooked me up to the IV and stuff to give me the fluids that I needed. And they had checked my, once they checked me out, was 5 centimeters dilated. And, you know, they gave me a good hour and 30 minutes to myself, so I got to eat some fruit and stuff like that while I waited for them to come back to check and see if I dilated anymore. And throughout the time that I had to myself, like the contractions, they were bearable. Like I was able to breathe through them. But like my mom, she had to help me with my breathing, because most of the time I would hold my breath and deal with the contractions, but you couldn't do that, because if you don't breathe, the baby can't breathe. So then when they came in to check me again, I was 7 centimeters, and my water still didn't break at that point. So they were talking about breaking my water and stuff. And then I think it was like a good 30 minutes after that, and they checked me again, and they said I was 9 centimeters, and they said it probably gonna take me a good 30 more minutes to get to 10. And then I got like a really, really bad contraction like before they left, and they had checked me again, and I was 10 centimeters, and my water still didn't break. So they ended up breaking my water for me and stuff. And the first contraction that hit after they broke my water, that junk hurts. Contractions are no joke. But you know what, afterwards and stuff like that, it was just like the doctors doing what they do, push, counting to 10 and stuff like that. Everybody else had on jackets and was cold. I was sweating bullets, and you know, I was just like I was in a lot of pain, like while pushing, because it hurt. And I was just like, I was about to give up, because I couldn't do it no more. But I had my mom, my aunt, and my godmom there supporting me and stuff. So eventually I got her out, and I cried when they put her on me and stuff. And she was born at exactly 11:41 on February 19th. And I was just so relieved afterwards, because I had my beautiful baby girl on my hands, and those contractions stopped. But I ended up having to get stitches, because I had a second degree to like a natural birth, until after I pushed her out, and they had to give me stitches where they had to numb me. So, you know, I was just happy that she was here and stuff. And, you know, my, like, the recovery, like, after it, like, it was rough, because, you know, you still had, your uterus has to shrink back down to size, so that you still have cramps and stuff from that. And I was sore from getting stitches, so Like if I had to go to the bathroom or like to get in the shower, the nurses would have to help me up and stuff. And then, you know, people came to visit me like while I was in my recovery room for the 2 days that I was there. People came to visit me and stuff, and I was on FaceTime with my girl best friend and my boy best friend, my friends, my sister and stuff. And I was just like, I'm a mom now and stuff. But like ultimately, like the journey, it was hard, it was stressful, it was like, it was shocking, but I gave birth to a beautiful, beautiful baby girl, and I'm like so proud of myself for that, because I did not think I could do it. Well, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, because my mom still helped me and stuff, and my sister still helped me. But like when you get adjusted to it and you're able to do some stuff on your own, it gets a little easier down the road. But I love my daughter. She's so beautiful. She's pretty. She's smart for 2 months. And yeah. But yeah, God, that's it really. Like, it's not really a lot that happened, but that's really it on, you know, how my journey went and what I went through and stuff. Add some videos in there for y'all, the baby shower and stuff like that. So enjoy.
Ready, go! Work! Keela! That baby bump! That baby bump! Work, work, that baby bump! Work! When you say Keela don't play, she takes down anything that comes her way. It's about to go down. About to go down. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Good luck! Hearts!
And yeah, so that's my story time on my pregnancy journey. And y'all could, you know, request more postpartum experience, Q&A on anything regarding me, her, anybody. And yeah, this is